Imagine drinking one beer every day for 30 days straight.
Thinking nothing serious could possibly happen. Cute optimism, honestly.
But your body doesn't run on optimism. It runs on biochemistry, and biochemistry always answers eventually.
So what happens if you drink a beer every single day for 30 days? Keep watching. The first sip feels harmless, settling into your routine without resistance or meaning.
Ethanol enters your bloodstream quickly, reaching the liver before your thoughts fully slow down. Enzymes transform it into acetaldehyde, a compound far harsher than its soft name suggests.
Your liver absorbs the impact quietly, stretching its workload to neutralize this unexpected visitor.
Cell stress increases gently, sending whispers your conscious mind still refuses to interpret. Tiny fat droplets begin forming, marking early metabolic shifts you cannot yet sense.
These changes move silently, restructuring how your body processes alcohol each passing day. Your stomach lining reacts next, irritated by alcohol's acidity pressing against inflamed tissue. Discomfort appears subtly, disguised as hunger or simple end-of-day exhaustion.
Nutrient absorption weakens gradually as B12 and magnesium lose transport efficiency. Your energy dips lightly, though you blame work, sleep, or general life chaos.
But biology doesn't blame. It adapts with precision to repeated input. By week's end, your internal systems start reorganizing around this new chemical pattern.
Gut inflammation rises quietly, disrupting fragile microbial balance essential for digestion.
Helpful bacteria weaken, while more resilient strains expand in the shifting environment.
Digestion slows gently, turning meals into longer, less predictable metabolic processes.
Meanwhile, your brain reframes the drink as emotional stabilization rather than casual enjoyment.
Dopamine adjusts, rewarding anticipation more deeply than the act itself.
GABA recalibrates, leaning on alcohol's artificial calm to settle internal stress.
When you skip a drink, restlessness appears, hidden under excuses like fatigue.
Dependency begins softly, built on repetition rather than desire.
Your brain favors routine, choosing stability over authentic balance.
Neural pathways strengthen quickly, encoding behaviors faster than you consciously notice. Dependence rarely arrives loudly. It grows beneath familiarity, patient and silent. By day 10, the ritual feels comforting, woven into your emotional rhythm.
Yet beneath that comfort, metabolism interprets every sip as another command. You believe the drink relaxes you, though your nervous system disagrees entirely.
Biology conforms to habits, reshaping itself until consequences become impossible to ignore.
Before week 2 ends, your psychological baseline begins shifting in measurable but subtle ways.
What once felt harmless now steadily rewrites your internal rhythm, day after day.
Meanwhile, your liver is in the corner like, "Bestie? Seriously?"
By the third week, your cardiovascular system begins responding more noticeably to daily alcohol exposure.
Blood pressure rises slowly as vessels tighten in response to recurring biochemical stress.
Heart rhythms become less stable, forcing electrical signals to work harder, maintaining balance. Pumping efficiency drops slightly, creating subtle fatigue during tasks that once felt effortless.
You dismiss the heaviness as normal stress, unaware it reflects developing cardiovascular strain.
Meanwhile, your skin reveals internal dehydration caused by alcohol's persistent diuretic effect. Elasticity fades gently as collagen breaks down without the hydration needed for repair. Redness and breakouts appear more often, shaped by widened vessels and unstable inflammation.
These changes feel cosmetic, yet they mirror deeper imbalances moving through your system.
Sleep begins fragmenting, despite alcohol helping you fall asleep faster each night. Your body enters rest quickly, but struggles to reach restorative, deep sleep stages.
Morning fatigue grows heavier, leaving you confused because you technically slept enough. REM disruption alters emotional processing, making stress feel harder to regulate during the day.
Weight begins shifting upward as monthly caloric intake silently climbs.
Liquid calories accumulate easily, slipping past awareness because they never feel like food. Your metabolism stores excess calories as fat, responding predictably to consistent energy surplus.
Cravings increase slightly, driven by alcohol's influence on appetite and reward circuits. You start eating more without noticing, the pattern forming around nighttime drinking.
Muscle recovery worsens as alcohol interferes with protein synthesis and tissue repair. Workouts begin feeling heavier despite unchanged routines or effort. Inflammation rises subtly, weakening performance and slowing your body's natural healing rate.
You experience more soreness, lasting longer than it used to.
Even small cuts or bruises heal slower as alcohol suppresses immune responsiveness.
T cells and B cells decline, leaving your defenses more vulnerable than usual.
You catch colds easier, though you blame weather changes or unlucky timing.
Cognitive sharpness fades as memory pathways grow sluggish under repeated alcohol exposure. Concentration drifts, making simple tasks feel strangely harder than before.
Thoughts move slower, shaped by neurotransmitter imbalance, affecting clarity and focus.
These shifts arrive quietly, not catastrophically, because biology favors subtle warnings over loud alarms.
And yes, your immune system is absolutely texting the group chat complaining about you.
By the fourth week, your immune system feels the weight of daily alcohol exposure.
T-cell activity decreases, reducing your body's ability to respond quickly to infections.
B cells weaken too, slowing antibody production and prolonging recovery from simple illnesses. Minor injuries heal slower as inflammatory responses become inconsistent and inefficient.
Your resilience fades quietly, reshaped by biological compromises you never meant to create.
Meanwhile, your cognition grows foggier as alcohol affects memory consolidation pathways. Short-term recall weakens, making details harder to retrieve when needed.
Concentration drifts unpredictably, breaking your focus even during routine tasks.
Processing speed slows gently, altering how quickly your mind interprets information. Your brain feels heavier, not in emotion, but in literal neurological workload.
Tolerance increases subtly as receptors adapt to repeated exposure.
You need more alcohol to feel the same level of relaxation as before. The ritual grows stronger, shaping behavior through expectation rather than enjoyment.
Psychological dependence settles in, anchored by repetition and emotional association.
Your brain begins linking relief with alcohol's arrival instead of natural regulation.
This shift deepens silently, constructing neural pathways around predictability and comfort.
Daily drinking becomes a pattern your nervous system expects, not a choice you consciously make.
Emotional volatility rises as neurotransmitters lose stable equilibrium.
Stress feels heavier,
harder to manage without your usual nighttime drink.
Sleep continues fracturing, weakening emotional resilience even further.
Your mood dips subtly, influenced by disrupted neurochemical balance.
Decision-making grows inconsistent as the prefrontal cortex tires from repeated chemical interference.
Impulses feel harder to control, shaped by lingering neurological exhaustion.
If you're younger than 25, these changes strike harder because the brain is still developing. If you're older, alcohol interacts with medications, amplifying side effects unintentionally.
Women experience stronger shifts as metabolic and hormonal systems process alcohol differently.
Their livers accumulate stress faster, and their brains feel greater neurochemical impact. Hormonal fluctuations intensify alcohol's influence, altering mood, appetite, and energy levels. Your body adapts relentlessly, even when the adaptation ultimately harms long-term stability.
At this point, even your neurons are rolling their eyes.
By the final stretch of 30 days, your body carries accumulated stress from repeated exposure.
Nothing dramatic erupts outwardly, yet internal strain becomes impossible for cells to ignore.
Every organ has adapted in ways meant for survival, not long-term stability. The routine feels normal to you because the body normalizes whatever you repeat consistently. But normalization doesn't mean safety. It simply means adaptation under pressure.
Alcohol now influences nearly every major system, shaping chemistry more than you realize. Your immune defenses remain weakened, leaving lingering vulnerability long after each drink fades.
Your heart still works harder than before, adjusting constantly to unstable vascular signals.
Your skin reflects deeper imbalance, dehydrated from repeated disruption of fluid regulation.
Your sleep remains fragmented, preventing your brain from restoring emotional and cognitive balance. Your memory holds a slight haze, shaped by weeks of disrupted neural processing.
Thoughts feel slower, not because you're tired, but because your brain is overworked. Your gut microbiome struggles to recover, weakened by sustained inflammation and instability.
Digestion moves unpredictably, reflecting structural changes beneath your awareness.
Your liver carries microscopic scars from stress, though you still feel mostly fine.
The danger lies precisely in that feeling, because harm rarely announces itself early. Many alcohol-related conditions begin silently, progressing quietly until symptoms become undeniable.
Daily drinking, even in small amounts, increases risk across over 200 documented health outcomes.
But the story doesn't end with decline. Biology also remembers how to heal.
When alcohol stops arriving daily, enzymes reset, and inflammation begins to fade.
Your liver gradually regenerates, repairing damaged cells with remarkable precision.
Skin regains hydration as collagen production stabilizes again.
Sleep deepens slowly, restoring emotional clarity and cognitive strength. Gut bacteria begin recovering, rebuilding diversity essential for digestion and immunity.
Your heart rhythm steadies, relieved of the constant biochemical interference.
Energy returns as nutrient absorption recovers and metabolism resets its natural pace. Your brain rebuilds balance, reshaping neurotransmitter pathways disrupted by daily drinking. Memory strengthens again, and focus regains the sharpness dulled over 30 days. Recovery is not instant, but it is absolutely possible with consistency and time.
And honestly, your organs deserve an apology text after everything they just survived.